Broadcast school has really paid off.
The Cooper and Anthony Show.
It's almost Christmas.
Where do you think you're going to put a tree that big? Bend over and I'll show you.
Christmas.
'Tis the season to be merry.
Do you have some odd Christmas traditions at your house? Some bizarre Christmas traditions? Because I don't care how bizarre they are, they can't top these. And by the way, if you have some bizarre Christmas traditions, I definitely want to hear about them. 877-6-Cooper. Like, for example, if you live in Greenland. Now, this one is a little out there. I'm going to have to edit this because it's really gross. But basically, what you do is, it's called kiviak. And it's basically you dig up a dead bird. They have these birds, and they wrap them in sealskin. And then you bury them. And then Christmas Eve, you dig them up and you eat it.
Kind of like Easter.
Yes, exactly.
It's Easter and Christmas rolled into one.
Now, this is interesting. In Norway, there is a tradition called hiding your broom. And it's not a metaphor for something that's not dirty. No. Get your mind out of the gutter. I know it sounds dirty, but it's not. Bad witches and evil spirits that are still around from Halloween, you don't want them invading your Christmas and then spoiling your New Year with all the bad luck. So what they do is they hide all the brooms because that's what they fly in on. They go joyriding. So if you hide the broom, it's a tradition in Norway that, yeah. Now this is interesting. In Greece, I don't know if I can pronounce this, it's Kalikantazaroi. I probably mispronounced that. I apologize for you for you Greeks who are listening.
Grecians.
For you Grecians. Now here's what goes on in Greece. Now that word I can't pronounce, they're evil spirits that live deep inside the earth most of the year, but they wreak havoc on Greek homes over the Christmas holiday. So you've got to ward them off. So here's what you do. You get a pig jaw, and you hang the pig jaw inside the chimney, and it keeps them from coming down, because apparently what they do is they come down, they block Santa.
But does Santa like pig things?
Well, if you put the pig jaw, you're safe. Now this one's really interesting. I kind of like this one. Now, if you live in Venezuela, if you live in Caracas, what they do is they skate to church. They get there by roller skate. It's a tradition. They go on Christmas Eve for midnight mass, and that's the whole thing. It's, I guess, good luck. A little cardio before church. But it's a tradition that they get on skates and they skate to church. Now, here's another one that is also, I know it sounds dirty, but it's not. It's called stirring the pudding.
With brooms.
And this one goes on in Great Britain. Now, you know that having a pudding, Christmas pudding, very traditional. But when you're actually making the Christmas pudding, you're supposed to stir it clockwise. And everybody in the household takes a turn at stirring the pudding, because you make a wish while you're stirring the pudding in your clockwise direction, and the wish comes true. And it's rude to keep all the wishes for yourself, so you have to make sure everybody in the house stirs the pudding. Now, in Portugal, if it's luck you're seeking, here's what they do. They have something called the cansada. It's a feast. It takes place on Christmas Day, and you set extra places at your dinner table for the souls of the dead. You offer them food, and it brings you luck throughout the year.
Yep, I've heard of that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Grandpa sits. Grandpa's sitting there. Grandpa died 10 years ago. Grandpa's sitting there.
Now, they're getting a little bizarre here, but this really is a tradition because there are pictures. Now, this takes place in Wales, and if you're looking for some extra cash and for some good luck, don't throw out your horse skull. You take a horse skull, you dress it on up, you put it on a stick, basically, and you walk it into town, and you make the mouth open, and basically,
like Mr. Ed.
Yeah, people. Exactly. So if the people that you meet, if you can bite them, they have to pay a fine, and then you put the money in a. So you basically run around town in Wales,
biting people
with a horse head. With a horse head.